You are welcome once again to BECE Mastery, where real life lessons meet exam excellence. We are here once again to help you solve past questions. Today's lesson, we are looking at BECE 2023, paper 2, question number 5. And question number 5 is one question but has been put into 4 different sub questions. That is, the first one says that, or the preamble says, Madam AC used 1/4 and 2/3 of her X acres of land to cultivate mangoes and oranges respectively. What it means is that mangoes fraction go for 1/4 and oranges fraction go for 2/3. We are to express in terms of X the number of acres of the land used to cultivate 1 mangoes and 2 oranges. Then 2 or B, if Madam AC used 20 more acres of land to cultivate oranges than mangoes, we want to find the value of X. Right, so for the first part of the question, we are to express in terms of X the acres of land used for mangoes. And if mango has 1/4, they are going to have 1/4 of X was used for mango. So that's for mango. And then that of orange is going to be 2/3 of X. That is for the oranges. Right, so that answers the first part of the question, that is the A part. Now the B part says that if Madam AC used 20 more acres of land to cultivate the oranges than mangoes, find the value of X. That means we have more of oranges than mangoes, more acres of orange than mangoes. But then the question says, if the acres of land that was used to cultivate oranges is 20 more than that of mangoes, then we can say that the acres of land, which is the 2/3 of the land which was used to cultivate oranges, is 20 more. So 20 more means 20 plus that of the one that was used to cultivate mangoes. And so that becomes an equation for us to solve. And to solve this equation, the easy way out is to do find the LCM and multiply through by the LCM. And if the LCM is 12, of course it's 12, we multiply everything by 12. So 3 times 2 over 3 times 12 is going to be 3 dividing the 12 as 4 times. This will give us 8x. And then 20 also times 12. And here I wouldn't write the full answer. I wouldn't. The reason being that I don't want to have huge number because I don't have calculator, so I want to keep them in a simplified way. And I know for sure I'm going to divide through by something, so that will help me minimize workload. Okay, so then again plus 4 divides 12 as 3, so 3x will come here. Now when we group like terms, we have 3x here is equals to, I will still say 20 times 12. Of course, this is going to give me 5x is equals to 20 times 12. And like I said, I'm not writing 240. I'll just leave it like that. I'm going to divide both sides by 5. Okay, here by 5. And you see, it is easier to divide 20 by 5 than to divide the whole 240 by 5. 20 divided by 5 is going to give me 4. And then the 4 times 12 will give me 48. So I'm going to have 48 acres of land. Okay, 48 acres of land was made available to cultivate mangoes and oranges. Now let's take the next part of the question. Question number C and question number D. Okay, from the same preamble. So how many acres of land was used to cultivate mangoes? How many acres of land was used to cultivate mangoes? And remember, we said mangoes is 1/4 the number of acres. Okay, 1/4 the number of acres. So I'm going to have 1/4 of x, okay, of x, but then our x is 48, so that is going to be 1/4 of 48. Now if you divide 48 by 4, okay, 48 by 4, we are going to have 12. So the number of acres, okay, number of acres used for the cultivation of mangoes, okay, number of acres for mangoes, let me say for mangoes, according to the question now becomes 12 acres. Good. Now the next question says that calculate to the nearest whole number the percentage of the land that was not used. Okay, for now we know that the whole land is 48. Okay, 12 acres was used for mangoes. Now let's know the number of acres used for oranges, which is 2/3 of the total acres, and that is going to give us 3 can divide itself 1, 3 can divide 48 as 16, and 16 times 2 give us 32, so 32 acres here. So it means that the 32 acres that was used for mangoes, sorry, for oranges, and 12 acres used for mangoes together should have given us 48. But realize that if you add 32 plus um 12, we have 44. So if I subtract 44 from the total acres, my result is going to be 4. That means 4 acres of land was not used for anything. Okay, and that is what we want to find 8% in relation to the entire land. And so it's going to be 4 over the 48 being the total. Then I multiply by 100. Right, so 4 can divide itself as 1, and 4 can divide 48 as 12. And so we are going to have 100 divided by 12. And we can reduce this a little bit by saying that, okay, 4 can divide 100 as 25, right? And 4 can divide 12 as 3. And so we can now do long division of 25 divided by 3, which is quite easy to do. If you go through that, you get 8.333 repeating. But the question wants you to find 8 to the nearest whole number, and so we are going to have 8%. So 8% of the land was not used for anything. I'm sure this has really helped you to revise your knowledge with percentages and then ratio, proportion, and stuff. Thanks so much for watching.